Hey dads, today I'm gonna clean my new swimming pool and I'm also gonna test the water to make sure that it's safe for my kids to go swimming. Now this pool project isn't done. I've still got a bunch more to do, and this is not the grand opening that I had envisioned, but dads, you'll feel me on this. I've got a pool, I've got kids, they wanna go swimming, so we're gonna get this set up so it's clean and safe for them to swim in a pinch. So this pool is pretty dirty. We've had weeks of construction. We've got a lot of dirt and debris and just sediment sitting down there on the bottom that we're gonna have to take care of. I'm gonna be using a couple pool cleaning robots and also a manual vacuum hose with a triangular vacuum head. This robot is gonna clean the floor and the walls. This is a solar powered skimmer. It's gonna glide along the surface and pull off any debris that's floating. And we're gonna use the manual vacuum to clean the steps, the edges, and the corners of the pool where that debris settles in and the robots won't get it. So a quick note about these pool cleaning robots. They're a very nice to have, but if you're expecting them to completely replace the need for a manual hose and a vacuum, that is a little bit unrealistic. There are areas of the pool that these robots are not gonna get to, namely the steps, ledges, and corners, and you're still gonna need a manual hose and a vacuum for those parts. But the pool cleaning robots are gonna do like 75% of the job with the floor and the walls and the surface, and that's great. It's gonna help cut down on that routine maintenance time significantly. So let's get this pool cleaned up. First, we're gonna put in the floor cleaning robot. So once it sinks down to the bottom, it's gonna autonomously navigate along the floor and sweep up the pool. You can see it's got those scrubbing brushes on the front of it that it's gonna use to agitate the dirt and suck it up. This thing even climbs up the walls to clean. Next up, we're gonna get the solar powered skimmer going. The skimmer drifts around the pool and it's gonna find debris and suck it up. It's got these little paddle wheels on the front that create a water flow into the skimmer basket. And this guy is solar powered, so you can just have it skimming the pool all day if you want, and you never need to recharge it. So you can see the floor cleaning robot finds the edge of the pool and it's gonna navigate around the perimeter and also clean the center area of the pool also. And finally, we're gonna use our manual vacuum hose and triangular vacuum head to clean off the steps, the ledges, and the corners of the pool floor. Okay, and we're just gonna stick our vacuum hose on. This side's gonna go in the water. Okay. Throw that in, and now we're gonna fill this one up. Take our cover off. We're gonna remove our filter basket. Stick that down in there, and it's gonna create a suction. I like this robot because when it's done cleaning, it just pops back up to the surface for you to pull it out. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff. Wow, look how much better that looks. We got a clean pool. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to DadBuilt DIY. I've got tons of great videos on there of tips, tricks, all things for DIY dads. And if you like the pool project, we're doing this all summer long. There's a lot of great stuff coming up that you're not gonna wanna miss. All right, dads, we got a clean pool here, but before the kids jump in, we need to test it and make sure that the chlorine levels are right for a safe swim. I'm gonna be using a couple different methods to test the chlorine in the pool today. The first one are these test strips. I picked these up at Lowe's. This is gonna be really simple. Just dip the strip in and read the results. But I'm also gonna try out this water chemistry kit that I got off of Amazon. You can see here, this is much more involved. It's gonna read many different things in the water. And I'm not gonna use all of this today. I'm just gonna be testing for chlorine, but I'd love to test this out because I think this is gonna give much more accurate and detailed results to help you maintain this pool in the long run. All right, let's get us some pool water. So here's our test strip. We're gonna dip it in, and then we're gonna pull it out. And then we're gonna wait 30 to 60 seconds to read it. So here's what's getting measured on the strips. First, you've got total hardness, then you've got your total chlorine. This next purple is your free chlorine. This red is gonna be our pH. And then down here is our total alkalinity. And the last one is stabilizer. Total chlorine, you want it to be a shade of green, not too dark. There we are, total chlorine. Looks pretty good. Free chlorine is in the ideal range as well. Our pH though, look at that. The pH is gonna be really high. So according to the test strips, our chlorine is good, but our pH is a little high. Now these pool test strips are notoriously not very accurate, so let's double check that result with the Taylor Water Chemistry Kit. For this, we need 10 milliliters of water. Now I'm gonna add a heaping scoop of this powder. Heaping scoop in there. I'm gonna put the cap on, swirl around until this turns pink. This is a chlorine test using the water chemistry kit from Amazon. We're gonna add this one drop at a time, and we're gonna swirl after each drop, and we're gonna count how many drops it takes until this is no longer pink. So first drop, one drop. Swirl it around, 2 drops. Here's drop 3, drop 4, drop 5. We're waiting for this to take all the pink out. Drop 6, drop 7. It's getting a lot lighter. 7. I think I'm gonna put one more in. There's a little bit more pink there. Drop 8. So all the pink is gone. And it took 8 drops. So that means our free chlorine is 8 drops times 0.5 parts per million. So that is gonna be 4 parts per million free chlorine. Now that we've tested the free chlorine, we're gonna test for combined chlorine. I'm gonna bring in this, and I'm gonna add 5 drops and swirl it around. And we're gonna see if it turns pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it in, let's swirl it around. It's turning a little more pink. So it's a little bit pink. So then we need to add 1 drop. So it looks like our combined chlorine is 0.5 parts per million, which is exactly what you want it to be. So according to the Taylor water chemistry test, the chlorine levels in the pool are actually really good. Both free chlorine and combined chlorine look nice. We're not gonna need to add anything in there to make for a safe swim. All right, just for fun, let's do one more test. Let's test our pH levels with the water chemistry kit. So here, we're just gonna fill this comparator block. I'm not gonna be comparing it to anything. I'm just gonna be testing the pH on this side. And so to do that, we need this pH indication solution. So we're gonna add 5 drops and we're gonna compare the color on this test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so there it is. It looks like our pH is perfect. We want to be maybe 7.6 to 7.8, and it's right on the high side, maybe 7.7. So that looks great. So I'm glad I did the second test with the Taylor water chemistry kit for the pH. When I put the test strips in, it told me that the pH was high and that maybe I needed to add muriatic acid or something like that to the pool to bring the water levels down. However, when I tested it with a more detailed method with the Taylor kit, it told me that the pH was fine. It's actually in the ideal range. So I'm gonna go with the more scientific method for results, knowing that those test strips are notoriously inaccurate. But the good news is everything looks good with the water chemistry. Both our chlorine and our pH is looking great, and we're gonna be able to swim today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out the channel for the other videos in the DadBuilt pool series. We're doing this all summer long, and I've got lots of great videos coming up that you won't wanna miss. I'll see you next time.